Shit. This is very, very bad indeed. We have a wildfire. It's a long way away from us, but it's right behind George and Davy. I think they should come here. I don't think it's safe to be over there. I've turned into that person I never wanted to be. I'm filming a disaster, but it looks better than it did. I mean, you could see actual flames a few minutes ago. I think maybe the fire brigade have managed to start putting it out. I'm just really worried about Davy and George's houses. I've told them to come over here if they need to. I don't know, it looks better than it did. We'll see. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Bloody climate change. Hello. I was going to leave it till like Sunday, Monday, do a full weekly roundup, and I will still do that because, you know, other things have happened, but I felt like I should share what's happened to the village this week, in that, like a lot of Bulgaria, there have been horrendous wildfires. The heat is completely out of control, obviously. It's in the 40s, and you can see just from this bit of me here how I've been bitten to death everywhere. But I mean, we've been really lucky, and I go on the Facebook and such like, and I see people saying, oh, you know, wildfires in Greece, you know, excessive temperatures in Spain. What about us? Because I've never seen anything like what I've seen this week, and I don't want to see it again. So on Tuesday, and bear in mind we'd been here less than 48 hours, the power went off. So, of course, being me, I was straight onto social media to go, where's power gone? And then George said, yeah, it's gone off all over the village. But I did hear some sirens. Maybe there's been an accident. And then 5 minutes later, he sent like a photo of plumes of smoke coming from behind his house. So anyway, we went out and had a look, and it wasn't just plumes of smoke. I've never seen anything like it in my life. The whole of the other side of the village, huge flames roaring up from the fields all blackened. And we were pretty sure it wasn't going to get to us because, you know, it'd have a road to cross and about a mile to travel to get to us. But it was still a bit worrying. But my biggest concern was George and Davy and Carrie, James and Tina, Colin, because they're all over on that side of the village. So I did say, you know, come if you need to. And then we just stood and watched it, and it was frightening how fast it moved. And eventually Davy turned up with Carrie and George and the dogs 5 minutes behind him because they'd been told to go. And they both talked about how it just swept towards them so fast. They just thought, oh, that's it. The house is gone. It's been a strange fire. It's destroyed acres and acres of farmers' land. It's taken a couple of cars out. It's burnt a couple of cars out. It's only actually destroyed one house, but it's taken out so many people's outbuildings. Their gardens have been destroyed. Davey said it was just like a wall of flame roaring down his back garden towards him. And James and you know, James was out there for hours on his block trying to save what his own property and his neighbours' properties. And the fire brigade, they were coming from all over the place. But I think the biggest question we've got at the end of it was, where was the water? Because we've got water over here. We've got loads of water. We've got no problem. I'm watering my little baby trees every night. George and Carrie haven't had water for days. And the first thing you're supposed to do when you see a fire like that is you're supposed to damp your property down. And if there's no water, how do you do that? Um, so yeah, some unanswered questions. We had the national press here this morning, up on the hill, filming it and interviewing various residents. It's not been very nice. As George said, welcome to full-time life in Bulgaria. It's been a bit of a shock, but the way that everyone came together and the way that everyone fought it was amazing. You know, Chris wanted to go down. He was like, I'm going to get in the car, I'm going to drive down there. And I stopped him because I said, you don't know where you're going. You can't drive a car into that kind of heat. You know, if you go and you end up getting in trouble and then causing more problems for people, you're better off here. And as it was, we just ended up being a refugee station, providing drinks, hot and cold showers, dog cuddles, etc. for the afternoon. But yeah, I mean, we're not out of the woods yet. It's been 42 degrees here today. It was 40 again yesterday. It looks like it's going to start cooling off down to the mid to low 30s next week. But for now, you know, our fire didn't start because of the weather. It started because of a faulty electric by the football stadium. But it swept out of control because of the weather, because everything is tinder dry. You know, everything, people's gardens look like straw. But there was another one. One of my friends had a lightning strike in her village yesterday. A lot of VT was burning yesterday, a lot of it. So, you know, don't come at me and tell me that climate change isn't real, because that you know, this is what it's doing. So I'm not being voyeuristic and I'm not being mawkish and ghoulish, but I think it's something people need to see, especially, you know, when people have this idea of, oh, I want to go and live in Bulgaria, it's cheap, it's wonderful. Yeah, you'll also be bitten to death. And, you know, your whole property could go up in flames. It's a wonderful place, but there are risks you take with it. So yeah, I'll try and label it all so it makes sense. Forgive me if I get it all in the wrong order. You know what I'm like. But we are trying to move forward. Everyone's tired. Everyone's subdued. Everyone's worried it'll happen again. But we just keep on going, and you know, people's humour and strength is unbelievable. And like I say, I feel like we got really lucky. I feel like a bit of a hypocrite by even being bothered by it, but I'm more bothered by what happened to my friends than, you know, we didn't suffer from it at all. We just stood and watched it. So yeah, I'll show you what it's like, and just say, if you're in a hot place, please don't light a disposable barbecue. Please don't throw your fag ends on the floor. Here, we're not allowed to operate any garden machinery or anything like that. In total agreement with that. Please, if you are in Bulgaria, you know, or another hot country, just be careful, because we could have lost our whole village on Tuesday. We were lucky that we didn't. So I won't say enjoy, because it's not enjoyable, but the scale of it's unbelievable. So peace out. Yeah.
Top there.
Like you say, they need to be out damping that down.
As Kalian said, he said in years past they've cut fire breaks.
Well, that's what you do, isn't it? You do the fire break, but I think it came down that fast.
Oh, it
no
is.
time to do it.
So we've experienced them in Greece and seen how fast they can travel. And, this was absolutely frightening the way that it went. Get up that way.
Bugs. Oh, I like that light fitting.
Yes.
He's lucky. He's very lucky.
We had to put water on this yesterday morning still.
I bet.
Because the inside was still burning.